Hi guys, so today I thought I would do a bit of a review face-off between the Illamasqua Radiance Primer and the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Radiance. I've picked up samples of both of these somewhere along the way, and I've been using this one for a little while, and then I decided I wanted to compare it to this one. So I'm not normally a big Radiant Primer wearer because I have oily skin, but I wanted to have a look at these side by side anyway and review them because why not? So first off, I've only got samples, which is why these are so dinky, but prices and sizes for the full one. So Laura Mercier full size, which does come in a squeezy tube, is £30 for 50 millilitres. The Illamasqua full size, which comes in a jar, is actually £34 for 30 millilitres. So straight off, out of the two, the Laura Mercier, you're getting more product for your money. So I'm just going to read to you what they say about these on each of their respective websites. So Illamasqua says, part primer, part illuminator. Radiance Veil enhances makeup wear through its unique velvet creme formula. Key ingredient vitamin C provides moisturising benefits, whilst the fine shimmer particles inject light onto the skin, adding a luminous effect. Now, this one can also be mixed with your foundation, rather than be used as a primer, but we've just used it as a primer today. So the Laura Mercier one says, Skin Awakening Primer brings a healthy glow to skin as it creates a smooth surface for flawless makeup application. The pearl tint helps turn up the radiance and tone down the look of pores, fine lines and redness. Like all Laura Mercier primers, it creates a perfectly smooth, even surface for applying foundation. It helps makeup glide on easily and last longer, so your look stays fresh and colour true for hours. So, the Illamasqua one's boasting a little bit of, we've got vitamin C and skincare. The Laura Mercier one is just focusing on being a primer. So I'm going to insert an application section here so that you can see how much product I had to use of each and how the foundation went on afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to put Illamasqua on the left side of my face and Laura Mercier on the right side of my face, purely because there's R's in Laura Mercier and not in Illamasqua. So let's start with Laura Mercier because I've been using this for a while. And I've already commented in videos that I feel like I use quite a bit of product, so I'll squeeze that much out to start. And to be honest, I think that should do half my face, but that's still quite a lot of product. I hate trying to stop at the midline on my face. It's like an imaginary line, and I'm suddenly trying to stop at it. So that has just and no more done my face. My forehead actually feels like it's got slightly less on than the rest. So quickly touch that up. So I could see people going through this quite quickly, which is obviously not ideal with pricier products. But as you can see, it does give a bit of radiance to the skin. You could almost wear this on its own if you had a really quite dry skin. Personally, if I wore this on its own, by the end of the day I would look crazy. So Illamasqua Radiance Veil going on the left side of my face. So I'm just going to take a chunk of that. So this has got a thicker consistency. It usually comes in a jar rather than a tube. It's just that I have the sample. And I haven't actually used this as a primer yet. I used to use the Hydra Veil or the Matte Veil. Actually, I think I've used both. So, yeah. This is the only one I haven't tried yet. So, side by side they do look slightly different to me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I think the Illamasqua one looks a bit more glowy and Laura Mercier almost looks like more of a sheen, which I was kind of expecting to be the other way around because I remember this being quite shimmery. But I will get my foundation on and we'll see how foundation goes on top of each of them and how it looks. So I've just got my Primark Matte Liquid Foundation. I'm still in love with this. I'm really tired, so I will be all fingers and thumbs today. So, yes, I'm not normally a Radiant Primer wearer as an oily skin girl. I cannot talk. I should just be quiet and do my foundation, but I feel awkward when I'm watching that back. So the reason I'm tired, just for random time filling, one of my neighbours went on holiday, and I don't know if it was like a smoke alarm or a carbon monoxide alarm or whatever in their flat, but the battery was running low and it was beeping and I could not get to sleep. So when I came home from work yesterday, I was absolutely knackered, dead, and was so relieved to get into the hall outside my flat and hear no beeping. It's the happiest I've ever been about a lack of beep, which is quite sad. But you know that way when you're really, really tired and then you go to bed and you suddenly just can't sleep, even though you're exhausted? I had that last night. So, it's a good combination. Right, so I would say my foundation kind of blended pretty well on both sides. I still feel like the Illamasqua side looks a bit more glowy. What I would say is one of my lights is still out and it's the one on this side that's still working. So actually this side's getting more light than this one. So definitely think the Illamasqua one is getting a bit more glow on there. But I'm going to go and finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll come back to do a time check for check-ins. Again, I'm at work, so I'm not going to be able to do an actual check-in until after 5, but we'll be able to see how each of them's holding up then. Okay, so as you can see, I feel like I used slightly more of the Laura Mercier than the Illamasqua, but I'm not mathematically inclined to try and work out whether that's going to cancel out the price difference. I still definitely think this side of my face looks glowier, even with all my powder, blusher, everything else on. Time wise, we are now at 8:15. I'm going to go finish getting dressed and go to work, so I will be back sometime after 5 to do a check-in and we'll see how each of these has held up. But so far I'm liking this glow, which is not normal for me, but we'll see how my face looks during the day. Okay, so it's now 6:45. I've had my makeup on for about 9 hours today with the two different primers, Illamasqua on the left, Laura Mercier on the right. So I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see what we're left with. I haven't touched this up at all today, not even blotting, so I would say my coverage is pretty good, and actually the shine and oil isn't as bad. I don't know what's going on here, by the way. I don't remember having a spot or a blackhead there, but I have a flipping hole of an open pore. So yeah, the foundation has lasted, I would say, really well on both sides. I do still feel like this side looks brighter than this one, but we will see. Obviously you can form your own opinions about how it looks anyway. Both sides feel equally comfortable. I'm just going to quickly blot, and we'll do that side by side as well, because why not? Okay, so that's my Illamasqua blotting sheet. Strange doing that. I don't think there's a huge amount of difference there. Neither of them are sold as oil control primers, so the fact that they've held up this well I still find impressive, so I'm not really going to rate them on that anyway. I was just mildly curious. So I'm going to go back about the rest of my day and come back as late as possible before I want to go to bed, so that we can really check the wear time, but so far I'm really happy with both of these, and yeah. Okay, so I'm back from my final check-in. It is now 25 to 11. I really want to get to my bed. So I haven't touched up my makeup since last time. I did end up blowing my nose, which this is going to sound so stupid, but when I'm reviewing any kind of like foundation or anything, I try so hard not to touch my face or wipe my face or do anything that could get in the way of that. But today, I just gave up. Saying that, I don't have Rudolph effect on my nose anyway, so yay, thumbs up for that. So I still maintain my stance that this side of my face looks brighter than this side of my face. I'm actually going to quickly cover up the light that's in front of me just now. It still looks the case. It's really weird. I don't know, you can make up your own mind about which side looks better for what your tastes are. I haven't got anything bad to say about either of these. Obviously it would be nicer if the Illamasqua one was a little bit more competitive in price, you know, compared to Laura Mercier. But that being said, it does a really nice job. It does your radiance illuminating as well as being a primer, and it has vitamin C in it, so there's an element of skincare in there as well. So, you know, I can't really say that it's overpriced for being that bit more expensive, because it does have that little bit extra thrown in. The Laura Mercier, really nice finish. My foundations lasted really well, which, considering that I have oilier skin and, you know, this is not designed for an oilier skin type, I think that's really good. I would perhaps have used something different down my T-zone, but again, if I'd been touching up throughout the day like I normally would when I'm not testing, I think this would be looking pretty darn good. So overall, I'm saying that both of these are good buys, and for all that I'm saying, I'm oily. I don't use Radiant Primers. I can see both of these getting used up completely. If you guys have any questions about either of these two, leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. But I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have lots of fun things planned, and I will see you later. Bye.